Chapter 32 of Deuteronomy stands out. It's unique. It's a song. Known as the Song of Moses, it's a poetic masterpiece, a powerful blend of praise, warning, and hope. Imagine Moses, filled with the Spirit of God, pouring out this song, a final message to the people he loved and led for 40 years. This song isn't just a historical artifact, it's a living word, relevant for us today. It speaks of God's character, his faithfulness, and his judgment on sin. It also hints at his mercy and the promise of redemption, themes that resonate throughout the Bible and find their ultimate fulfillment in Jesus Christ. A stark contrast emerges in Deuteronomy 32, a chapter that vividly portrays the dichotomy between divine faithfulness and human frailty. God's unwavering faithfulness is juxtaposed with Israel's repeated unfaithfulness, a theme that resonates throughout the scriptures. The song begins with a celebration of God's perfect character, a reminder of his unchanging nature. He is the rock, his works are perfect, and all his ways are just. This metaphor of the rock signifies stability and reliability. A faithful God who does no wrong, upright and just is he. Deuteronomy 32, verse 4. These words echo through time, affirming God's righteousness. These aren't empty words, they're backed by history, by countless acts of divine intervention and guidance. God delivered Israel from Egypt, parting the Red Sea and leading them to freedom. He provided for them in the wilderness, sending manna from heaven and water from rocks. He remained faithful even when they faltered, guiding them with a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night. The Israelites, however, often strayed from God. They grumbled, they disobeyed. They worshipped other gods, turning their backs on the one who saved them. Deuteronomy 32 laments their unfaithfulness, painting a picture of a people who have lost their way. They have corrupted themselves. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Deuteronomy 32, verse 5. These harsh words reflect the gravity of their actions. This contrast serves as a sobering reminder of the consequences of turning away from God. Yet, despite our shortcomings, God remains faithful. His love and mercy are ever present, offering hope and redemption. His love endures despite our failures. This enduring love is a testament to his unchanging nature and boundless grace. Deuteronomy 32 doesn't shy away from the consequences of rejecting God. It lays out a stark and vivid picture of what happens when we turn our backs on the divine source of life and guidance. It warns of judgment, of the pain and suffering that result from turning away from the source of life. The imagery used is powerful and evocative, painting a clear picture of the desolation that follows such a choice. They angered me with their high places. These high places, often associated with idolatry and false worship, symbolize the ways in which people have strayed from true worship and devotion. I will rouse them to jealousy by a worthless nation. This speaks to the consequences of turning away from God, leading to conflict and strife among nations and peoples. I will provoke them with a foolish people. Deuteronomy 32:16-21. The foolishness here represents the chaos and disorder that ensue when divine wisdom is rejected. These aren't threats but consequences. They are the natural outcomes of living a life apart from God's blessings and protection. The natural outcome of choosing to live apart from God's blessings and protection. It's a choice that leads to a path of desolation and hardship, as opposed to the lush and fruitful life that comes from following God's ways. The imagery in this chapter is vivid. It uses powerful symbols and metaphors to convey the seriousness of the message. God's anger is compared to fire, a consuming force that purifies and destroys. This fire represents the intensity of divine judgment, his judgment to a devouring lion. The lion, a symbol of strength and ferocity, illustrates the unstoppable nature of God's judgment. These images, while powerful, are meant to awaken us to the seriousness of sin. They're not just warnings, but vivid reminders of the consequences of our choices. To help us understand the gravity of rejecting God's love and authority, they call us to reflect deeply on our actions and their spiritual implications. They serve as a wake-up call, urging us to turn back to him. The dawn symbolizes a new beginning, a chance to return to the path of righteousness and divine favor. Even amidst the warnings, Deuteronomy 32 offers glimpses of hope, hints of God's mercy and his plan for redemption. The song speaks of a future time when God will relent and show compassion to his people. Deuteronomy 32:36. This points towards a future act of salvation, a time when God himself would provide a way back to himself. This foreshadowing finds its fulfillment in Jesus Christ. He is the ultimate expression of God's love and mercy, the one who took the punishment for our sins upon himself. Jesus, the exact representation of his being, Hebrews 1:3, bridges the gap between God and humanity. He is the Redeemer foreshadowed in Deuteronomy 32, offering forgiveness and reconciliation to all who turn to him. Are you ready for the next chapter? Just click here to go straight to it.